Pantsless Radio, where love line gets clotheslined. Here's your host, Canada's own Wiggy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Pantsless Radio. I'm your host, Canada's own Wiggy, and I am joined as always by my lovely, fabulous co-host, Miss Yolanda.
Hello, everybody.
God, our enthusiasm is for once, it's sincere.
Yes. And that's because I just ate.
well, that's good too, but also because we have so many really exciting things are happening with the show right now.
That is true.
That is true. We have okay, we don't bullshit you guys, so, we're not going to start now. There's been some tumultuous circumstances around the show, and things have been, kind of crazy with real life and all this stuff. And we haven't really known what sort of direction to aim the show at, or really, there was even a little bit of talk if we should even keep doing it. But we love the show. We love Pantsless. We love our Pantsless listener monkeys. So, after much deliberation and discussion, we have figured out exactly what the future of Pantsless is. And the future of Pantsless is very bright, I'd say.
Yes, and Pantsless.
And Pantsless, of course. As you guys, I'm sure, have heard by now, and it's been announced on our Twitter and our Facebook page, we are thrilled and so proud to announce that we are now part of the Pro Wrestling Ponderings podcast network, which is so awesome. We love those guys. Yolanda and I have both been on the newscast with Chris and Des. They've been really great friends of ours. We had Des on the show. He tried to murder me, but, what's in the past is in the past. And, yeah, so this is really exciting for us. We love those guys. And as far as we're concerned, regardless of whether we're now affiliated with them, Pro Wrestling Ponderings is the single best independent news source on the internet.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly.
They know their shit better than anybody else, and they work harder for indie wrestling than pretty much anybody I've ever seen. They are, to make sure that you guys have results and information, they are the best, and we are so fucking excited to be part of their podcast network now, alongside, like shows like fucking Lisa Marie Varen's show, Victoria, Tara, whatever. We're now on the same. She actually, favorited and commented on a tweet that involved us, and I was like,
I know, I saw it, and, my heart stopped. Matter of fact, I don't know what I was doing something, talking to somebody, stopped talking to them, did not care, totally engulfed on finding out the source of this notification I got on my email.
Yes. You're like, wait, who? Yeah, so no, this is great, and we've also decided we've had a lot of different formats with the show and a lot of timing and scheduling issues, but we are going back to Pantsless. This incarnation of Pantsless, anyway, started out being a monthly show covering all kinds of wrestling and ridiculousness, and with amazing guests on for an interview each month, and that's where we're going back to, because you know what, we were most successful, we were most happy, and we definitely had the most fun. So basically, you guys can expect Pantsless is going to be up every month on the first of the month. Just so you can listen to us to soothe the fact that you just had to pay your rent.
Well, actually, you can listen to us and collect your checks, if you know what I mean.
There you go. That works too. So yeah, we're going to be coming to you monthly, which means that we have to cram an entire month worth of our ridiculous bullshit into 2 hours. So you are getting the best of us now. So I'm not really sure what that says, but nonetheless. So
we're about to find out.
We're about to find out, exactly. So so we want to thank Jerome and Kevin and Chris and everybody over at PWP for letting us come on board with them. We are so excited. Definitely check them out, of course, pwponderings.com. And I really hope I didn't just blow that Yes, peanutbutternponderings.com. That would have been a terrible way to kick things off if I give the wrong address, right?
Grand opening, grand closing.
Exactly. Let's do both in spectacular fashion. Yeah, so definitely check that out. And to go along with this, we have a new look to the pantsessradio.com website, which I'm also really excited about because, frankly, I run the website, I built it, I bust my ass for the last little while to get this kind of reformatted. It is completely up to date. We want everybody, please go check it out. We have every episode we've done. It's super easy to navigate now. Our archives going back to shows from 2011. You can find everything. All of the guests are listed there. So if there's like a specific guest you want to hear, you just look through, you will find their name. It's really easy to go through. It's divided by years. All of our bonus interviews are up there now. Every episode of Pantsless video is up there now. A bunch of mini interviews and all of the audio for Pantsless video is up under the interview section. So basically, like, it's a pretty fucking cool website right now. I'm not... With all due humility, I'd say the site's pretty fucking cool right now. So for sure, check that out because, yeah, we've got all of our stuff's up there. And, of course, all of our lovely sponsors, because we have sponsors now, and we have people that we're affiliated with, and we want you to go and check them out, like Pro Wrestling Ponderings, like our good friends at randomthings.co, like our pals at Filsinger Games, who I also do a show for, and of course, the single greatest website to buy all of your wrestling merch at gimmickswrestlingtees.com.
Oh, I co-sign that. That's right. Go there.
Go.
Gimmick spelled with one M. Go to that site. It's wonderful. Some beautiful, big busted, and fat acid black woman designs T-shirts and gear there. Word on the street is that she designs gear for Antonio. So not in the way he don't got a first name no more. Cesaro. She designed stuff for Sarah Del Rey and a whole bunch of other cool people that you may have heard of. So go check that out and support that young lady. She's still young.
Definitely, yeah. And she is one smoking hot bitch. I'm telling you.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you.
Every time I see her, I just want to smack her ass.
I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start doing it.
As well as you should.
Exactly. So yeah, there's lots of cool stuff coming up, and everything's just kind of awesome right now. So definitely, like, please check out all of the cool people we're affiliated with. Check out pantsessradio.com. And one of the cool people that we are now have something of a loosely slight working relationship with. People, we've always supported them, and they've always, been cool enough to support us. Are the good folks at Absolute Intense Wrestling, who, of course, just on this past weekend had one of their biggest shows of the year, Absolution 9, which was holy fucking shit, stars from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of, I think it's kind of like their WrestleMania, isn't it?
I believe so.
I think so. And they didn't fuck around this weekend. Let's just throw that out there. They did not mess around. This show was fantastic. And so, we might as well, let's dive right in, run down these results. And, so AIW Absolution 9 was held June 29th in Cleveland, Ohio at Turner's Hall, of course. And, I'm not sure if these results are in order, which seems a little weird if this kicked off the show. But if this kicks off your show, you're in for one fuck of a show. As Kevin Steen defeated Chris Sabin, who is back on the indies and everybody is loving it, including me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we defeated him with.
Oh, well, he defeated him with a package pile jar. I figured that was a given. Come on, it's Kevin Steen. That big fat ball of awesome. I love Kevin Steen.
No, Wiki, do me a favor. Can you run this the card really quick? I think my cat's on fire.
Oh, okay. Is that a euphemism for something?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay then. All right. So Kevin Steen faced Chris Sabin, and he beat him with the package pile driver. The AIW tag titles were on the line as the champions, the Jolly Phil Fuckets, probably my favorite tag team name in all of wrestling, took on the Forgotten of Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer, which is... Jimmy Jacobs is everywhere right now, isn't he? And he has, like, a cool team and or faction name wherever he goes. And the Forgotten are your new AIW tag champions. And it's really awesome to see Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer teaming again. And it's, 7-8 years after they had, like, their fairly epic feud in Ring of Honor. I mean, they had one of the bloodiest feuds ROH has ever seen. And it's so cool to see both of them still in such good shape, still, healthy and doing what they do best, and teaming up again in AIW. That's really fucking cool. All Ego, Ethan Page, took on Johnny Gargano, and now we don't have all the details of the matches, but Johnny Gargano picked up the win via ref stoppage. So I'm sure the AIW Twitter probably has a little more information, I hope. All we really have is the results. But definitely follow them on Twitter. Anyways, at AI Wrestling. And, we had a 6-way match as ACH, gotta love ACH. ACH picked up the win over Flip Kendrick, Cheech, Colin Delaney, extremely cute Colin Delaney, Brent Banks, who I know very well from up here in Canada. He's been around the Ontario indie scene for, seems like forever, which is really kind of weird because he's still really young. And Silesia Sparks, who, I love that woman, man. She's fucking awesome. Of course, from ROH, she was part of the, she was one of the Hoopla Hotties. And, of course, she was on, a couple weeks ago, she was one of the Rosebuds. One of Adam Rose's Rosebuds. So, Felicia's awesome. And,
yeah, she's crazy.
Right? And, now here's the match that Yolanda has a little bit to say about. Greg Iron defeated Vita Scott via disqualification.
Now, I don't know what the heck the disqualification was. A word on the street. It had something to do with Gregory Iron's posse, the curtain call, but we don't know. But what I do know is that for months it has been a passionate and destructive love affair between Gregory Iron and Vita Scott.
It's also been pretty one-sided, hasn't it?
What? What do you mean? Vita was playing hard to get.
Man, that bitch.
She was smitten by those damn bitch strips, her bloody face on it, the rape, and whatever else he was doing on the damn things. But the bottom line is, Veda finally came to her senses and succumbed in so many ways to Gregory Iron. And she gave him a lovely, sexy, slobbery kiss. And it's documented on Gregory Iron's Facebook page. He's sharing that shit with the world. It's probably in a frame or something.
Yeah. He's probably got t-shirts already made of that. Wow.
Yeah, so she finally tapped out. She was like, "Ooh, I love your crazy ass. I love how you beat me up."
Not that we encourage such things outside of the realm of pro wrestling. Unless the woman's beating on the man, in which case you keep your man in line.
Yes, I will never call Gregory Iron the Chris Brown of wrestling. I will not call him that. Ever. He's more suave.
He is far more talented.
Well, hold on. I don't know if Gregory Iron can moonwalk, but he can rap though. He can rap. He do know hip hop.
Well, there you go. Okay, so what was the disqualification then?
I don't know. Maybe they grabbed her crotch. Let's make it up. It really doesn't say what happened. And as I'm looking on his website, nobody's snitching on him. So nobody's saying what the DQ was.
Well, presumably, okay, well, let's assume, since we're making this all up. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming that, when she kissed him, the passion of all of these months and the fighting and everything finally came to a peak. And she got a little handsy. And shoot, the hands went down. The hands went down south. Low blow. Boom. Disqualification. Greg wins. And Greg wins.
I
Greg
like
wins
that.
in every way you can think of.
Oh my God, she got handsy. I like that.
And as I'm doing like jazz hands and sparkle fingers as I'm saying handsy.
Seriously, everybody, if you're not friends with Gregory Iron, please. His bit strips are fucking glorious.
Oh my God, they are.
They really are.
The top 5 best things on Facebook.
Yeah, strips, his nonsense. And how he's, tell Veda, you know you want this. You know you love me. And also, it's him. If you plan on dissing Gregory Iron, beware, because he like this. Let's see. Gregory Iron wrote the curtain call will be in full force Sunday night in Cleveland, and then somebody wrote who, and then Gregory Iron replied with, "Ask your mama. She knows the curtain call very well. Tell her we can make it to her house tonight."
Oh, he's the best at calling out people. Like,
he's horrible. I love it.
Fantastic. I love it. Oh my God.
So follow him on Twitter, like him on and befriend him. Beg for his friendship on Facebook.
Oh yeah, the best begging you'll ever do. Right.
Let's see. What else is on this card? I can't read. What is this? Bobby Beverly. Oh, I should let you do this. You know I can't pronounce his name. Bobby Beverly defeated Tyson. I'm gonna try to do it.
Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna act like I ain't hear you. So, I'm so scared of getting it wrong. Tyson
Dukes, exactly. Well, he's actually not Canadian. He's from Michigan, but he might as.
I think he's Canadian. It's his last name is throwing me for a loop.
He's been wrestling in Canada forever though. He's a Canadian in our hearts, if not in his passport. Unfortunately, his pseudo-Canadianism were not enough to overcome Bobby Beverly, who beat him via cross arm breaker.
That's right. Take that.
Exactly. In our next title match, the AIW Intense title was on the line, as champion Lewis Linden took on Davey Vega, and he also, much like the Fuckets, kind of love saying that, much like the Fuckets, was unable to defend his title, as Davey Vega is your new Intense champion.
All right.
Woo!
That makes me happy.
I like Davey Vega. Submission squad all the way, baby. Come on.
Well, the real last of a dying breed, Eddie Kingston, defeated Ricky Shane Page via backfist to the future partner.
Holla. Okay, now that match had to hurt to watch. That was just them beating the shit out of each other, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, pretty much.
Now this match surprised me. Okay, because I've been busy lately, and I was away. As everybody knows, I was in the States hanging out with my girl Yolanda, wreaking a little havoc and causing all kinds of trouble. God, how did I? Okay, we're gonna cover that shortly.
Now, how she made it back to Canada?
How I made it back to Canada without being deported.
Want you?
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get to all that. We'll get to all the shenanigans in a minute. So I was unaware of this match, but it seems that Euthanasia imploded as Matt Cross took on Josh Prohibition. And okay, J Pro beat M-Dog via double arm pile driver through a chair. Ow.
Oh my goodness, that's craziness.
The only thing I can hope is that M-Dog's beard fell down and was able to somehow cushion the blow of the pile driver. Because his beard is beautiful, man. It is, like, I've touched it. It's very luscious and thick and surprisingly soft because he conditions.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yes, it's very luxurious to the touch.
It is. It is. I've touched it numerous times at Smash. The beard. Touch the beard numerous times at Smash.
Last but not least, Wiggy, are you ready?
Oh, God, do it.
Okay, fine. There was an AIW Absolute title match, if you didn't know. And still, unfortunately to Wiggy, your absolute champion, Michael Elgin, as he defeated Tim Donst with a Elgin bomb, which I have no idea what kind of bomb that is. Is that a power bomb of some sorts?
It is. That makes me sad on so many levels, because Tim Donst is a friend of the show. He's a pal of ours, and we love him. And I was seriously hoping. I really thought he was going to win. I mean, he's been on such an upswing. He's had some crazy, amazing matches. He had the death match in AIW against Danny Havoc a few months ago and won. You know, I mean, he's done some sick shit in AIW, and I really thought, you know, like, this had all built up, and it had reached the pinnacle, and this was Donst's time to take it. And I am pseudo-devastated by the fact that he did not, so.
Yeah, he was adored with streamers, too. Like, you would have thought he was in Japan.
Which I love. Like, man, he is like, he is the man in Cleveland. And I love it. He deserves it. He's a fantastic guy, and he works so hard. I'm so glad to see him have so much success, but he needs a little more success. So give him a rematch, AIW, because I want Donst to be your absolute title champion. All right, and so that was Absolution, and AIW's next shows. This is actually cool. They have a double header, which I think they're doing for the first time. Saturday, July 26th, of course, Turner's Hall in Cleveland. We have in the afternoon, All In. Now, I'm looking at these names, and a lot of them are well, for one, there's a couple Canadians on this list, but it seems like this is going to be sort of, maybe I'm wrong, but in my head I'm kind of relating to the old Do or Die shows that ROH used to put on, as it seems like this is kind of like a bit of a preview, or, you know, a tryout show of sorts, you know, for new guys coming in. And we don't have any matches announced so far, but on the poster we have Tyson Dukes, Cheech, Alex Daniels, Alexia Nicole, Dick Justice, and another Canadian guy, Ashley Six, who I know very well. I saw Ashley Six was on the second indie show I was ever at in 2005. So it's very cool to see him. I'm not sure if he's been in AIW before. I kind of think he might have been at one point, but if not, it's very awesome to see him debut. And that night, that's at 4 o'clock. At 7:30, following that show, this is going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait for them to announce the matches for this. Battle of the Sexes. There are going to be 8 matches, all male versus female in AIW. The men and women of AIW do battle against each other. This is going to be fantastic.
I definitely look forward to it. I think I've seen Athena in there. I'm trying to think of some more people I've seen on that. Here, apps. I'm gonna go to a couple of the participants that should be involved. It's awesome coming up. Let's see here. Boom, Veda Scott, Athena, Kimberly. And how can I forget her name? Is a very
Lady Lovelace, I believe, is in there too.
Thank you. How can I forget that? Okay, am I allowed to keep a real moment?
Oh, we might be syndicated by PWP, but we're just as real as we've ever been.
All right,
we just have to preface it by saying, go to prewponderings.com.
Oh, okay, fine. Who? We need her on the show, because I want to know how the hell did she get? Who came up with that name to name her after somebody who's known for sucking the meanest dick? I just is it the same name, or am I messing it up?
I have no idea. Oh my god, I do not know.
Now, when I first heard her name, it didn't dawn on me until something, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I stumbled across something. I said, wait a minute. I was like, nuh-uh. I was like, Heidi Lovelace. Now is it because we say it less and it's not lace?
I think it is lace. It is meant to be Lovelace.
And the other one was Heidi Loveless,
I believe
right?
so.
It's probably the same damn thing. I should Google it now. Let's see. Heidi. Oh, wait. Okay. Well, as I'm Googling, I'm going to try to do some, Louis Linden, he's up in there. Colin Delaney, BJ Whitmer, Danny Vega, and I'm not sure who the other guy is. So don't punch me when you see the flyer. But either way, and I'm not sure who the young lady is on the side as well. But either way, I know it's going to be an awesome show. They do pretty well with intergender matches. The few that I've
They
seen.
really
So.
do. Like they're one of the best places to see intergender matches. So yeah, that's going to be a really great show. And of course, again, July 26th. And well, Yolanda, I think it's about time. Another place that does intergender matches very very enjoyably is our beloved Combat Zone Wrestling.
Oh, right. And I still can't find the difference. I'm still looking. Maybe I have to Google love less porn or something. Maybe I'll find it. I'm determined.
You are. That's the kind of determination I want in a coach.
I know I'm not crazy. Is that the lady's name? What's the movie about her called? It's a movie about her. And I've seen the documentary, and this crazy old goat, she's like 60 years old, talking about some I love sperm on my face. It makes
Oh Lord.
it makes me young. All those babies. And she like smacks her face.
Oh my god. In case you guys were wondering, we're going to be keeping the show just as classy as we ever have.
She smack her face like it's after she's smacking her face like it's aftershave. She's like,
what made that so awesome is I could hear you tapping your face. It's fantastic.
Somebody need to put that in a bottle and make it. Fuck Proactive. Sperm on the face.
Holy shit. Fuck Proactive. Use sperm.
Sperm on the face.
Well, they call it facial for a reason.
Ooh, now I know why.
And I think we've got this month's hashtag.
What, sperm on the face?
Just facial. Or we could
Facial.
channel another much beloved Canadian wrestler, Beef Wellington, and hashtag F is for facial.
F is for facial. That's horrible.
It was a T-shirt, man.
Oh really? Oh man.
He used to have a T-shirt company. What was it? Filthy something. Shockingly enough, and he had awesome T-shirts. But one of the most well-known ones was F is for facial.
I'm gonna have to do some research on that.
And and it was Pure Filth, I think was the name of his T-shirt. Yeah,
really?
Pure Filth.
Oh, that makes me so sad. I didn't know nothing about that when it
years ago. There was F is for facial.
That might have been before my time.
I probably was. Yeah, it was F is for facial. Shocker. 14 is 18 Canadian. Yeah, good shit, man. Good shit.
Say it one more time. Filthy what?
Pure Filth, I believe.
Oh, Pure Filth. Oh, her name was Linda Lovelace. Oh, I'm sorry, Heidi.
And, I wonder if she's... Oh, this is terrible. I wonder if she's Heidi's mom.
Ooh, I should find out.
Get over here, Google. Alright.
Linda Lovelace.
Alright. We'll figure that out for the next show. Because we got a lot to talk about now. Because... well, we have to recap. Well, perhaps I wonder if we should let's briefly preview what's coming up for CZW before we recap the last show, because that's going to take a while.
All right.
Okay, coming up for CZW, this Wednesday, July 2nd, Dojo Wars 4, which is a really cool thing that they're doing. Basically student shows held at the CZW Academy, 110 Harmon Drive, Suite 304 in Blackwood, New Jersey. Tickets are just $5, and from everything I've heard, the student shows have been fantastic. They've been really, really well received, a lot of fun, and basically like a ridiculously fun time and great deal for $5. And so, I mean, if you were in New Jersey, if you were in anywhere around the Blackwood area, check that out because, I mean, it's cool shit. What else are you doing on a Wednesday night, right? I mean, come on. Fuck.
Nothing.
There you go. So go to CCW. I would if I was there. I'd be there every fucking Wednesday. Alright. Anyways. Alright. And then the big one. July 12th. Saturday, July 12th. And it's a double header with the WSU, of course. And so far announced for WSU, which is going to be the afternoon show starting at 4 o'clock like it always does. The WSU World Champion, Lufisto, God, it feels good to say that, is taking on Mickey Knuckles, which is going to be sick. I would not be surprised if there's some sort of hardcore stipulation thrown into that match, because those are two of the baddest bitches in wrestling. Go on. Would you like to announce some too?
I would like to, but the problem is, well, this site doesn't like me as I'm clicking on New Heights, and
It just keeps taking you to Dojo Wars?
Yeah, so what am I doing
Okay, you
wrong?
have to click above this at the top where it says live events. Click on the one that says there's a whole like list of them going right into COD at the end of the year.
Yeah.
If you click on New Heights, it'll take you to New Heights on there.
I
You can't do
move.
it from the live events tab at the top. There's like a bug in their on their website.
Oh, that's why. Oh. Okay, well now I'm done. Alright, bam. Oh, holy shit. Alright, here we go. So then we also got WSU World Tag Team Champions, Kimberly and Annie Social, aka Cunt, which means I don't know. Who cares?
Who cares?
What it
It's
means?
cunt.
Their tag team name is Cunt, for
I feel
Christ's
like any
sake.
excuse just to say the word cunt.
Yes. Versus who the fuck knows? Because there's a question mark.
And another question.
That's actually the name of the tag.
Who the fuck
team.
knows? Yep. You'll be seeing them on the 12th. Another Canadian. I get to announce all the Canadians. This is awesome. Another Canadian, Toronto girl just like me. Gotta support the Toronto girls. Jules Malone is taking on Jessie K.
Right? Jenny Rose has issued an open challenge for any Joshi legend to compete against her on July 12th. If it's my Nami Toyota, I will pass out.
Oh god, that's fingers crossed, man. That'd be fucking amazing. CZW WSU Academy. CZW and WSU Academy graduate Brittany Blake is taking on Nevaeh from OI4K.
Whoa. Honey, oh man, she's going to kill me. I hope it's Hania. Hania the Huntress versus Portugal's perfect athlete, Shauna.
And the return of Mia Yim. So that.
Wow.
I know. I love Mia Yim, man. All right, so that is your 4 o'clock WSU show. The main event, as it were, CZW's New Heights. And as of recording right now, CZW is going to be announcing Biff, your world champion, your CZW world champion, Biff Busick. His opponent is going to be announced tonight. We're recording this Monday. And they haven't announced it yet, so we can't tell you. But go to czwrestling.com, and you can find that, or follow them on Twitter at Combat Zone, and you'll be able to find that out as you're listening to this.
And you know what you need to do? You need to follow us on Pantsless Radio on Twitter, and then like us on Pantsless Radio on our Twitter and Facebook page. And then you can tell us what CCW says.
Yes.
But first you have to like us and follow us.
Exactly.
And then tell us.
Exactly. Do both of those, and as soon as we know, we'll put that out there too.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. We have CZW World Tag Team Champions in a 4-way. We have the Juicy Product of David Starr and JT Dunn versus the Beaver Boys. Yay! The Beaver Boys of John. I want to call him Jonathan Silver because I watch too much HGTV. John Silver and best friend Alex Reynolds versus Team Tremendous. Aren't they from? Oh no! Oh my goodness! Team fucking Tremendous. This is Tremendous. And Team Tremendous is there. We're gonna have Dan Barry and Bill Carr versus OI4K of the Chris brothers of Jake. What was it? What's the other one called? Jake and Chris.
Dave.
Chris.
Jake and Dave.
Jake and Dave. Chris. There we go.
I'm totally gonna throw out the order of this, and you were probably expecting that anyways. As was set up at Tournament of Death, when Danny Havoc of the Nation of Intoxication was brutally assaulted after his match against Jun Kasai by the Bulldozer Matt Tremont, and declared that there was going to be an ultraviolet encounter at New Heights. That has turned into a tag team death match, with each man picking his partner. Of course, Havoc chose Devin Moore, his partner in the Nation of Intoxication, and Matt Tremont chose somebody who hasn't. He's been in CZW, he's been out of CZW, and he's pretty much the only guy at this point who can tolerate Matt Tremont. Besides us, of course, because we love the man. He's going to be teaming with Ron Mathis, so there's going to be a tag team death match. That's going to be some cool shit.
You know who would be a better partner for him?
Who?
Judge Mathis.
Would that be? Who would he be replacing? Would it be Ron and Judge Mathis?
No, he replaced Ron Mathis. Why is Ron Mathis when you have Judge Mathis?
If only Judge Mathis' first name was Ron. That'd be like mind blown, right? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh man, that'd be crazy. Crazy black man. Alright, so let's rewind it back a little bit. CZW Wire TV Championship. Your champion and a current heel, Shane Strickland. Yes, if you didn't realize it, Shane Strickland became a heel after beating the shit out of a woman. What's her name? Candice LeRae?
Yay, fans for booing violence against women.
What's that term? I forgot.
Against women. I can't think of it either. I wanted to call it domestic violence, but they're not domestic.
No.
Professional violence, if anything.
Yes. He pimp slapped her, and the world turned on him.
Exactly.
So, versus, I want to say the returning, because he hasn't been there in a while, Caleb Conley.
Yeah, this is actually a rematch. They had a fan-fucking-tastic match a couple months back, and this is the rematch. And I'm hoping Caleb. I'm hoping Caleb is able to overcome and take the title, the Wired title.
Only if he wears his yellow and purple gear with the cheetah print. But if he has that horrible dye job, then he deserves to lose.
The thing, priorities in wrestling, Caleb. It's all about the hair and the gear, man. Come on. All right, this is a really exciting match. I am so fucking excited for this. Back in Best of the Best, a couple Canadians were entered in it. They went down. They had amazing showings, and they both got roaring "Please come back" chants, and they are back. Bucks Belmore and Speedball Mike Bailey from C4 Wrestling up here are back, and seriously, this match is going to steal the show. There is no ifs and buts about it. Speedball Mike Bailey versus AR Fox. This is going to be the match of the night. You are going to want to be there. I cannot make this any more clear, which is why I'm speaking very slowly and enunciating very clearly.
Ooh, I love it.
Watch this on iPay-per-view, which you can watch at czwippv.com. Pick up the DVD or the MP4 later, but you need to see this match because it is going to blow your mind. And for those of you who are still unfamiliar with Mike Bailey, he has been a mainstay up here for ages. He should have been in America so long ago. And kudos to CZW for realizing what an incredible talent this guy is. He is so exciting and so much fun to watch. And check him out from C4 Wrestling. And go to pantslessradio.com. Check out the bonus interview section under the archives. And I have an almost 2-hour-long interview with Mike Bailey. And let me just say, he is one of the nicest, sweetest, funniest guys. I had a blast having that interview with him. He answered all of my ridiculous questions, and as just a little incentive, I asked him who in wrestling he would want to have a three-way with, and the man answered the Super Smash Brothers. So if that is not reason enough to want to listen to that interview and then want to get to CCW to see him, I don't know what is. So do both. Pantslessradio.com, watch that match because him and Fox are going to tear the place down.
Well, I must say this is going to be my first time. Well, unless my travel plans have changed, this will be my first time actually finally get to see Speedball Mike Bailey, and I've heard a lot of high praise from him from various people, including Wiggy. So I'm looking very forward to it. Another match on the card will be Philadelphia's own Black G's versus the returning Jonathan Gresham. Now, they're calling him John Gresham, but I'm going to call him Jonathan Gresham because that's what I know him as. So, but this match should be very good. Jonathan Gresham has been all over lately, especially residing for a decent amount of years, I feel like, in Germany for wrestling at WXW and amongst other places. So, this is going to be good. Versus, the veteran versus the newly internationally known John Gresham. So I look forward to this.
That's going to be a really great one. And this one, okay, I've heard a little bit of shit talk about this that it's people are saying maybe it's a bit of a waste, but I think it's going to be a really fun match. The other Canadian who's making his return, Dirty Bucks Belmore, one of the most disgusting people you will ever see, but an amazing wrestler at the same time. He's going to be facing Greg Excellent, and this. Okay, you know what? This may not be a technical masterpiece. This may not be a 5-star classic when it's over, but this match is going to be fucking fun. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch because it's Greg Excellent and Bucks Belmore, and it's just going to be hilarious to watch. So I'm looking forward to it regardless.
So as I read this, I thought to myself, once I saw it, Bucks Belmar versus Greg Excellent. Can I keep it real? My face turned into a frown. Not because I don't like them. I like them a lot, and Bucks Belmar is fucking hot. But I realized that this is going to be the most disgusting match that you will ever see.
Oh, yeah.
Now I wonder, will Greg Excellent eat a condom? And that's all I'm giving you, folks. That's all I'm giving you. If you want to know what I'm talking about, please go buy it. Is it going to be on iPay-per-view?
It is. It's going to be live on iPay-per-view.
Well, shoot.
CZWIPPV.com, July 12th, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
wait,
some
sorry,
condoms.
7:30. 7:30.
Oh, 7:30. Alrighty then. Well, it's going to be some condom eating up in here. And then but you're also going to have the campaign's Drew Gulak. He will issue a statement of the Combat Zone address. I just had a horrible perverted joke that I will keep to myself.
What?
I wonder,
You're not allowed to do that on this show.
Oh, well. He will address as he undress.
If only. Bubble butt.
And he's good. No. Hopefully he's in one of his good suits.
Ooh,
he can wear a suit. He can wear a suit.
All right.
Also, you want me to do I guess I'll do the little bits. Also featuring CCW owner DJ Hyde, the front Sozio, whose wool jacket I coated. I want to steal every time he takes it off. And the campaign's Alexander James, Chainsaw Joe Gacy, and so much more. Keep your eyes on CZWrestling.com, as well as all the official CZW social media sites for the latest updates. And go definitely check out their Instagram. Me and Wiggy was checking it out today.
Yep. So follow them on Instagram at, I believe it's at Combat Zone.
Yes.
And I am now on Instagram. I have succumbed to the peer pressure from my co-host. I am now on Instagram, so follow me at Wiggy Gator on Instagram. And I have a ton of photos that I'm going to be putting up. I have a shit ton from Tournament of Death that I am incredibly slowly, but still surely, posting, and I will get around to doing that a little more regularly, hopefully. But yeah, it's time to talk about Tournament of Death.
You see what?
This was yeah. Okay. Sh-
You go ahead. You starting this
oh Lord,
off, and then of course I'll over exaggerate. Actually, I'm probably not even over
you're
exaggerating. To be
probably not.
honest.
You're really probably not. All right. So, well, should we intersperse the results of the actual show with the shenanigans?
Let's try to do. Is the lineup in order? I didn't really look.
It's more or less. I have an idea. It's basically, yeah, it's in order.
Yeah, okay. It looks like it's in order. So, well. Oh wait, no, it's not. Oh fuck it. We'll just go with the flow that they're doing from top to
All
bottom.
right.
But before we do that, I do think that we should give the whole essence of TOD, and so we're going to start from going to the venue until leaving the venue.
Right.
So why
All
not?
right. Yeah, for sure.
One, okay. So, if you didn't know, Tournament of Death is always in Delaware. Yeah, I believe it's always in
Townsend. Yeah.
Townsend, Delaware. A really lovely part, not too far from Philadelphia. Wiggy. Should we add his name or
Oh,
should
we're
he
telling
not
him.
be in
Todd
this?
Jorshell from Philsinger Games, who is one of my co-hosts on the View from Philsinger headquarters. We're dragging him down with us. Yeah. So we went to Tournament of Death together, and we're in as Yolanda said, we're in Townsend, Delaware. We stop. We hit a liquor store. We load up. We get to the farm. Um, okay. As we pull in, there's like this really long gravel road, and as we're driving down it, all of a sudden we stop because there's this huge line of cars. We're trying to figure out what's going on. We notice there's a couple people outside of their cars, so Yolanda and I decide, hey, let's get out, walk up, and find out what's going on. Oh Lord.
It's all right, Wiggy. You can do this, girl. You can do this. I am proverbially rubbing your back. It's
Thank you. Okay, I got it. We're good. Okay, so basically, the moment Yolanda and I get out of the car, I decide now's the time to start drinking. Um, so with my trusty bottle of Canadian Club whiskey in my hand, I'm drinking it as we're walking down this road, passing all these cars, trying to figure out what's going on. It turns out that the gate to the farm simply hadn't been opened yet. So we decided to walk in, and this was like one seriously fucking long walk from where we were. Now I have no concept of miles because I'm Canadian, but how long of a walk was this? Like, it took us a long time to walk in from the road from where we were.
You know what? To be honest, I don't think it took as long. I don't think it took as long as it looked. I feel like if we do minutes, I give it 15.
Yeah, it's probably about 15 minutes or so. You know.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
And so we're walking past all of these cars, kind of, waving to people as we walk by, chatting with strangers, as I'm just drinking nonstop. By the time on the way in, by the time we get to the farm and we get in and we have our tickets and all is well, I'm a little tipsy. We go around. We see some people. We see our good friend, my former co-host on another show, and CZW referee extraordinaire Dan Yost.
Yost.
Yeah, we saw him. We hung out with him, which was our first experience with the Samoan chicken. And seriously, we cannot put over Tofiga's chicken enough. Like it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be. I don't know about Wiki, but I am gonna be talking about that probably throughout the goddamn review.
Oh yeah.
That chicken is the truth, and I'm not saying truth like TRUTH. We talking about like black people.
Oh, truth, man.
Where you say like you got no teeth, like the truth. Like that. That's how good it was.
Oh man, that chicken was. That chicken's probably the only thing that kept me alive that day. Like, in retrospect, considering how much I drank, that chicken is probably the only reason I am alive to do this show today. Because it was so fucking good that we just kept going back for more chicken. And so we go. We saw Dan Yost. We saw some friends. We saw Andy from Smart Mark Video. We saw Tony from RandomThings.co. We saw a bunch of our friends. It was awesome. We went around, talked to a lot of people. We saw JT Dunn and David Starr walking around with a giant cutout of DJ Hyde, offering people to take pictures for $5 and
and trying to get DJ laid for a low price of 15.
Now, was that to try to get DJ laid or the fans laid, or a little bit of both, perhaps?
Maybe a little bit of both. I think it goes hand in hand.
No pun intended.
But that was actually what we were first greeted with. You know, and here's the thing about that damn sign that they had. I mean, it was so fucking scary.
It was.
Because no matter where you went, DJ was looking at you with these rapist ass eyes. I mean, they look like rape eyes.
Rape eyes following you to where you went. It was.
Yeah, everywhere. That shit was creepy as hell.
It was the only thing perhaps as creepy as that we encountered through the day were the 4 porta potties at the front by the gate, which we avoided like the plague.
We did. Yeah, that was more scary than DJ Hyde's.
It really was. There was no way we were going through it. It's, you're talking...
We were petrified.
Yeah, you're talking like a nice warm day, a lot of drunk people.
A lot of men.
Pretty much most men, yeah. That was not going to be good. Not going to be good at all.
Sorry, we know. We ain't trying to be sexist
No,
here, but y'all don't know how to act when y'all drunk.
Really?
Y'all make stuff fucking disgusting.
You barely know how to pee when you're sober. Come on.
You ain't never lie. So we were trying to pick a place in the grass where we could pee. Like, that's how we were plotting.
Oh yeah, there was our plan all day.
Yeah. Where on this massive amount of acre can we pee? But nobody's seeing our butt cheeks. We was really trying to figure that out. And it was really hard in the daytime, though.
Really,
that was the only thing.
The astounding thing to me, as the pieces of the day were gradually put back together for me later, because much of the day is sketchy for me even now. Which is the sign of a good weekend.
It's a good time.
Sign of a good day. Is how I managed to consume so much liquid and not pee all day.
Yeah, because I went more than you.
Yeah. So,
I didn't have anything yet.
So anyway, so Todd eventually comes in and joins us. We walk her. By the time Todd joined us, I was drunk. Let's just throw that out there. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to pretend. I was suitably drunk by the time he got there, and the show started an hour late to let everybody in. By the time the show actually started, I was hammered. I have since watched the show, which you can get at our video. You can watch the on demand, and I'm sure the DVD's probably up by now. Or if not, it will be soon. And so I have watched it, and now I know what happened, which is very exciting because it was a fantastic show. which kicked off with the first round match. Fans bring the dildos.
Oh, right. Now, this is the reason why I finally tapped out and said, Wiggy, I'm going to go to this crazy-ass fucking event because fans are bringing the dildos, and I need to see how many men, and that's what I knew, men, grown-ass men, bringing fucking dildos. Matter of fact, Wiggy, when we were walking on the trail to the farm, somebody had a dildo on their headrest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, the adorable Lucky 13 had wished publicly, well, actually not publicly, he wished privately in text messages with Danny Havoc, and then posted it publicly that he wanted a dildo ladder, which didn't necessarily have anything to do with Tournament of Death. It was just kind of a personal lifestyle choice, I think, maybe. But Danny, through his wonderful website, which you can check out at deathmatchdrunkard.wix.com, which I learned later that evening I can plug no matter how drunk I am.
Oh, right.
Put out a call to arms, as it were, of the CZW faithful, and held a charity dildo drive for one Lucky 13, so he could fulfill his week-long dream of having a dildo ladder for his match. So there was an A-frame ladder wrapped in pink tape that said Lucky 13 all over it, and had several alarmingly large dildos attached to it, as he took on BJW's Jackie Numazawa.
I can't even tell you whose dildos that they were supposed to replicate. Like they had one that reminded me that they just like took right off a damn horse.
Oh yeah, these were horse cocks, people. These were not. There was nothing about any of these dildos that was humanoid
they were,
in the slightest.
Yeah, they were mutated penises for sure.
They were huge. It was.
They were like Secret of the Ooze. Like somebody got some.
It was terrifying. It was terrifying.
Yeah, it was. That shit was
really
crazy.
Was. Like even through my drunken haze, I knew enough to be frightened of these.
Drunken haze.
It was bad, and lucky though, through the power of the dildo, he did pick up the win and moved on to round 2.
Yay!
Oh.
All right, so let's see here. Like mutagen. We also had some barbed wire madness. We had Masada, aka the Beast. He defeated Arrow Boy. Now, around this time, so before the show started, Georgie Boy, shout out to Georgie Boy, he bought, I don't know how many, I don't want to call it like slabs, but let's say pieces of Mr. Tofiga's Samoan chicken, right? And I had a taste, and I was fiending, and my mouth was watering all through that Lucky 13 match. And so I said, if I don't go get some chicken now, I'll never get it, because the matches were happening and everything was good one by one. And so I was like, all right, I'm fine. I'm going to leave now and I'm going to go see it. So by this time I get to the middle of the grass and I'm talking to people and ready to get the chicken. And I see this one particular spot, which I hope you remember it.
I'd say it's a guarantee. Oh my god. Okay. We're not much. Okay. The show isn't as we've never hidden anymore.
What we do?
The show is pre-recorded. Therefore, we no longer take live calls. Although we may be about to be taking a live call.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, as it turns out, I had mentioned to a certain third party involved in all of the shenanigans that we were recording today. We were talking about it, and he would like to jump in and offer his assessment of how exciting the day was.
Put him on. This is gonna be great. Put his ass on.
All right, so I believe we're about to be joined in just a moment by Todd Jorshell, who was my other partner in crime that day. And oh Lord, here we go. All right, this is cause.
Hi there.
Oh,
and
hi.
Welcome back to Pantsless Radio, Todd.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Don't pretend this is anything other than let me go on and talk about what you did.
I just randomly have a couple minutes, and you guys are talking about Tournament of Death. So I got to come in here and talk about TOD Wiki Drunk.
Todd, I love you so much. It is perfect timing. It is so perfect timing. We're on the match, and we only talked about one match, which was to bring the dildos. So we passed that finally, and now we're talking about Masada and Arrow Boy, and I just wanted to say the one part that I got to see, because this is when I got some of that Tofiga chicken, was when Masada I think he cracked he took somebody's what the hell is that, kendo stick, cracked it on the head of Arrow Boy so hard that it flew out of the ring. And I just want to say, where it flew was where I was originally standing at before I went to go get that chicken.
Oh.
So if I never got that chicken, my ass would not been on this show today.
Wow, Tofiga's chicken saves lives. I love it.
Saves lives.
It does. Holy shit. Thank you, Tofiga, man. Thank you, Mr. Tofiga. Because of you, I still have a co-host.
Yup. So hopefully the two of you can remember this match.
I know. There's no way Wiggy's going to remember any of this match.
Well, see, actually, and so this is basically Tofiga's Chickens has saved both of our lives, because as I stated, when we began recounting the show, the fact that I kept eating the chicken all day is pretty much the only thing I think that kept me alive.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And something else.
That the bottle of water I made you drink. That's probably about
those,
it.
Those are
Yeah.
the only two.
No, and the sour cream and onion chips.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, those are good. Thank you, Wawa, for your 2 bags for $6 deal on that.
So basically, I have Wawa and Mr. Tofiga to thank for being alive today.
That's right.
In the barbed wire madness match, of course, Masada defeated Arrow Boy. Oh, there was one horrible spot. I'm not sure if we should even mention it, but
I can't
but we
remember it.
will.
Oh, the one with his eye? Is it the eye
No,
one?
he.
I do remember that.
At one point, Arrow Boy got thrown into a barbed wire board, and the barbed wire completely ripped his mask off.
Oh, that's
Oh,
what
that's right.
happened.
Oh, I knew his mask came off. I didn't realize that's why it came
It did
off.
because
Okay.
as I was just saying, I watched the show back because I needed to because I didn't remember any of it. And yeah, it took the mask clean off his head. But there were a lot of amazing spots in this match. Masada ended up submitting Arrow Boy. I can't remember what the submission he had him in was, but as he had him in the submission hold, he was jamming the skewers into his head. So that's basically a pretty good way to make somebody tap out, I feel.
Pretty much. And
Yeah.
one of the crazy highlights, I think he had like a camel clutch-esque.
Yeah, I
type
believe
of,
that's what it was, like a camel clutch
right?
with just drilling the things into his head.
And where his mask was ripped from the barbed wire. Remember, he took the broken piece of that kendo stick and like was jamming it in his eye. It was so horrible.
It was not
So
good.
that's what I remember from there. I think I was screaming, "Please just tap! This is just too much."
It was pretty nasty. All right, our third first round match was, Todd's gonna enjoy this one. The Ultraviolent Pit. Which, okay, at this point I had surpassed drunk into honorary member of the nation. It was bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw them bringing out the kiddie pools. I knew what match was next, so I went over to Wiggy and said, "Hey, Wiggy, this is the Ultraviolent Pit match. Danny Havoc is in this match." And you looked at me as if I was not even really there, and you're like, "I should probably take pictures of this." I don't know if any of the pictures actually came out, but I looked like you were taking
I
some.
took a lot of pictures, and it's amazing how good the pictures I took actually were, considering I have. You know what the weirdest part was? The next day, I was on Twitter, and I went to DM a friend of mine something, and I found 6 pictures I had DM'd her, and I had no memory of doing it. So apparently, not only was I taking pictures, I was DMing them to people. I have no memory of this, but yeah.
I want to say that Wiggy's an awesome drunken photographer.
Thank you.
Seriously.
I like to think I'm a pretty okay drunk overall.
She's a happy drunk.
She was very
I
happy
was
drunk.
very
This is true.
happy drunk. So the match was sick. Okay, there was basically a big wooden frame that was filled with broken light bulbs and Christmas ornaments, which I can only assume are the ones left over from Cage of Death.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the now who's drunk? Huh? And the other was a kiddie pool, which actually.
Oh, wait. This is where I come in.
This is where Yolanda comes in.
Now, it was a kiddie pool. Yes, we saw that it was water in the pool. Yes, we saw that they put lemon juice in the pool.
No, there was no water in it.
No,
it was
water.
just
Okay,
lemon juice.
Okay, they put the lemon juice in there, and then they put quote unquote salt in there. But I know I saw it, but I didn't care because in my mind that was the kiddie pool of Coke.
Which actually, okay. After the events of the evening, as we were driving home, and I was still incredibly drunk. Actually, not still, re-drunk, because I actually managed to sober up, and then get just as drunk all over again later that day. We recorded some things, which are going to be exclusives and are going to be put up on the Pantsless, at pantslessradio.com, and you can hear just how stupid I was, including Yolanda talk about the kiddie pool of Coke and me getting really excited and saying, no, it wasn't, there was no Coke. If there had been, I would have been in it. So, it was bad. But yeah, so there was a kiddie pool, incredible match between Danny Havoc and Masashi Takeda. And including, as I went back and watched this match, there were some insane spots. Like, this is one of the best death matches I've ever seen. Takeda is just fantastic. I love it. Like, I can't wait to see more of his stuff now. Like, I didn't know much about him going in. It was such a great match. The spear through the light tubes was crazy, and there were just so many just disgusting spots, including Danny drinking the lemon juice and then taking a mouthful of it and spitting it into Takeda's cuts, which was just gross and painful, and it was fantastic. And the match ended as the kiddie pool of death became a box of salt, a bottle of lemon juice, and several broken light tubes, which Havoc hit the General Order 24 from the top rope into the kiddie pool to get the win. It was sick. It was gross. It was disgusting. It was awesome. And of course, the last first round match, wrapping up the first round, was Jun Kasai for Big Japan Wrestling taking on CZW's Matt Tremont in light tube bundles. Somebody else is going to have to talk about this because I have no memory of it happening whatsoever.
This match was really really good. Jun Kasai, I love him. I love his drunken monkey ass.
Crazy
Um,
monkey.
he is. I just like that he has no teeth and he loves to smile.
Yeah, he's adorable.
He's adorable. Like, he's so happy to cause someone to inflict so much pain.
Yeah, and he's so happy to have it done to him.
Yeah, it brings him joy. He smacks his butt. He steals people's shoes. Like, in this match, he stole bodies. It was kind of near. I know it was in front of us, and Todd, I think he was able to see it. Like the one person, he asked for their stuff, and they were like no, and he was like, fuck you, and put his two middle fingers up and smiled at him. And then he found somebody else who was willing to comply, and he took their sneaker, used it to smack Matt Tremont with, and then launched that shit. Like, he didn't even hand, he didn't even hand it back to the person he got it from. He like chucked that shit into like somebody's piss spot somewhere.
Oh yeah, yeah. That shit was long gone.
Very awesome spots. One of my favorite was actually I believe it was a spear. Matt Tremont was up against the turnbuckle. Jun Kasai put one of the bundles onto Matt, like, really quick. I think Matt tried to do something to Jun Kasai, and Jun Kasai maybe like pushed him into the turnbuckle, and then out of nowhere turned around and just speared the shit out of him into the corner. And the finish. Can I talk about the finisher?
Oh yeah.
Finisher was just fucking ridiculous. So the finisher was Jun Kasai putting the bundles underneath Tremont's shirt, and crazy monkey went up to the top, put it on his
Goggles.
what do you call those things?
Goggles.
I thought it was called something else, but put on the goggles, or aviator goggles.
Safety
there
first.
We go. Yeah,
Of
they're like
course.
yeah, it's like aviator safety goggles because he's about to fly, and then he jumps off and splashes Matt Tremont to smithereens with bundles of light tubes shattering on his chest. 1, 2, 3. Jun Kasai wins and defeats Matt Tremont.
Yep, it was amazing. Which took us to intermission.
And actually, I saw Matt Tremont during intermission there,
Mhm.
and you could not wipe the smile off of that guy's face. Yeah. He was so happy to. He's like, it's just like he felt like he just wrestled Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. He was the happiest guy in the world to fight Jun Kasai at that show.
It was amazing. I mean, and Matt is like, we love Matt. And of course, during intermission, we had a few non-tournament matches, or at least intermission kind of turned into them. We had non-tournament match. Joe Gacy defeated Alexander James. The only member of the Nation of Intoxication who was not entered into this year's tournament, Devin Moore, defeated Ron Mathis in a Fans Bring the Weapons match, which I believe Ron came out with a shopping cart full of weapons, and I don't know the exact finisher, but whatever it was, it involved Devin putting Ron through the shopping cart, and it was gross. It was gross. I was in this slow sobering up process by the time this match happened, so I have a couple memories of it. And the CZW World Tag Team titles were on the line as the Juicy Product and their manager Shelly Martinez and her manager, the giant cardboard cutter DJ Hyde, came out and interrupted Drew Gulak, who was out talking to the crowd, to announce that despite speculation to the contrary, there would in fact be a Tournament of Death 2015. I'm saying this right now that Todd, Yolanda, and I will all be there.
Yep.
I can't believe how close you were to not going.
I was. If it was anything like the shit I seen before, fuck no. This was perfect. This was perfect for me. So I'm glad I'm glad I went.
So as Drew was out announcing that, the Juicy Product came out, talked a little shit, and he got some backup in a most unusual person. As the leader of the front, Mr. Serzio came out, light tubes in each hand, and came out to team up with Drew to take on the Juicy Product for the tag titles. Unfortunately, the Juicy Product's a long-running team. Drew and Serzio kind of thrown together. They didn't really mesh all that well, and they were not able to defeat them. And your still tag team champions are JT Dunn and David Starr.
Well, it just wasn't meshing. Sozio was kind of like, fuck you, Drew. I'm out. You can fend for yourself. Yeah. And I think, I'm not sure if he put a move on them and laid them out in the ring, and then the Juicy Product just, finished the job. So pretty much, I smell a feud going on, because, well, Biff is the right-hand man of the leader of the front, and he, defeated Drew for the CZW World Championship. So the plot thickens.
And it thickens just in time to take us to the second round matchups. The first one being Masada versus Lucky 13 in a Panes of Glass match. And unfortunately, this match really wasn't all it could be, because the glass in a number of cases just was not cooperating. There were a few times where Lucky got thrown into glass and it just didn't break. And that kind of led to some... It was rather anticlimactic. I sort of remember that because this is the point where I had sobered up and then decided fuck this shit and started drinking again. Which I had, as the bottle of whiskey was long gone by this point, and Yolanda and I had decided that we wanted something fruity to drink. So we went with flavored vodka, and we decided that since we were in the South, we needed to be as racist as possible. So we had watermelon flavored vodka. Which, okay, honestly, did you have any of it? Because I don't remember you having any of it.
Yeah, I had the drop that was left on the bottle of the bottle.
So I found this in my bag and decided to keep drinking. And Todd.
Yeah. Just when I thought it was all gone, you pull out this bottle that was even bigger than the first one.
It was like a liter bottle of vodka.
It was a liter of vodka. I had, I think, 2 sips of it, but like the majority of it wound up in your Gatorade.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I had fruit punch Gatorade, which was thrust upon me to try to prevent me from getting as drunk as I had been earlier. And apparently, which this is one of my favorite parts of the day, I decided, I'm going to outsmart Todd. And I'm going to drink a bunch of the Gatorade and dump a bunch of it out, and then fill the bottle back up with the vodka, and he'll never know the difference. Except
she decides to do this right in front of me.
So, yeah, basically I'm standing there snickering like, he, Todd's never going to know. As you're watching me do it.
I think I was even holding your bag while you were doing it. You asked me to hold your bag so you could pour it in there. And yet you're being sneaky. Right. So I was...
That sounds legit. Here, hold this. I got something to do. Shh. Don't tell... Here, Todd, hold my bag. Don't tell Todd.
Don't tell Todd.
Yeah. That was good. I do, however, remember the second round match, which of course was Jun Kasai versus Danny Havoc. Jun Kasai comes out with a razor board crucifix. This thing was sick. Fucking sick. Danny then comes out with a gusset plate grid. And this was just, as soon as they came out with these, everyone was just like, "Oh shit, son, it's about to go down." And
Yeah, pretty
this
much.
match was disgusting. They murdered each other, and it finally ended with Crazy Monkey taking off his pants, as all matches should end.
And I must say, for somebody who is so scarred up from his back to his forehead, his butt cheeks are so smooth and and
They
and
really
and, and
are. They
flawless.
really are. And you
Flawless.
got it. He's well into his 40s. He's got to be.
Not a blemish, not even
Yep.
cellulite.
He
Perfect booty
Yep. He is
cheeks.
a fine tushy. He. Yep.
Hmm.
And which is shocking considering he does things like this. Um, the match ended as he hit Havoc with a Tiger Driver, I believe, onto the gusset plate grid, and with pieces of the razor boards, and he landed in it. So I mean, he landed like practically bare-assed onto razor-borne gusset plate. Which I'm not sure,
Goodness.
that might have bothered me more than the fact that Danny went head first onto them.
Like, don't you mess up that fine ass. What's wrong with you?
And yeah, so I mean, but that was an amazing match, amazing match. And of course, Crazy Monkey goes to the final, and but there was a little excitement, which I had no idea this had happened because I was on the other side, B, I was blitzed. Um, as Danny was walking to the back, he was attacked by the dastardly Matt Tremont, who we adore because he's just a teddy bear. We don't believe in kayfabe, fuck these people. He was attacked. Jun Kasai came to his aid. They fought off the bulldozer, and after which Havoc declared that there was going to be an ultra-violent encounter in July, which we've already run down. They're going to be having the tag team death match, which is going to be awesome. So all of this leads us to our main event. Jun Kasai versus Masada in, I'm not even sure what to call this because they had a little bit of everything. There were light tube bundles. There were
Barbed wire ropes.
Yeah, no rope barbed wire. There was barbed wire boards, barbed wire everywhere. There were light tube bundles and a scaffold. And this all combined to equal just a thing of beauty. It was like, this match was awesome. And
I guess let's call it the Ring of Death.
basically, it's pretty much what it was. And it was great. All the competitors were out. The CZW guys were in Masada's corner. The BJW guys. Arrow Boy, I don't believe is out there. I'm not sure. They were out in Kasai's corner, and it was just a fantastic match. And it ended with a splash off of the scaffold onto Masada through a bunch of light tubes. And your Tournament of Death 13 champion is the Crazy Monkey Jun Kasai, who, like, that was just such a cool fucking moment to have been a part of, to be able to see. I mean, he's arguably, I don't even know if it's arguably, he just fucking flat out is the greatest deathmatch wrestler ever. And I mean, he's won basically everything everywhere. And the fact, he had never won TOD, he needed that. I mean, he was just, it solidifies him, and it solidifies the tournament. Quite frankly.
Absolutely.
So to have been there for him winning was just an epic moment. It was so cool. He came out, Deej awarded him, the trophy. I believe he kissed Deej.
He gave him a juicy kiss.
He did, and he didn't have to pay for it.
Take that, juicy product.
Yep. And yeah, way to stick it to the champs. You go, Crazy Monkey. So yeah, so it was a fantastic show. We hung around a little bit afterwards. We were talking to a lot of people. Certain people apparently did more drinking. It was all in all a fantastic day. Then we left, and Yolanda, as we mentioned earlier, Yolanda had already staked out a couple places that was safe to pee, because at this point it's like 10 o'clock at night when we're getting ready to go, and it's in the middle of a farm in Delaware, so there's no lights, and there's wood surrounding this field, and we're getting ready to go. I need to pee. Yolanda takes me back, which still astounds me how I managed to drink so much liquid over the course of a day and not feel the need to urinate until 10 o'clock at night. I don't understand. But nonetheless, so we go into the woods to pee, and long story short, I fell over. I took a flat-out back bump in mid-pee. To which, Yolanda, what was your explanation for why I did it? It certainly wasn't because I was drunk.
That's probably the only reason I said it. I can't think
you said,
what I
you
said.
said those damn young bucks can't come out of anywhere. It's super.
I forget how funny I am.
I forget how funny I am. You really were, yeah. So apparently, rumor has it, I was peeing in the woods on a farm in Delaware, and I got super kicked by the young bucks.
There you go.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Ass in the grass.
Yes, there's a picture on my Instagram, which follow me on Instagram at WikiGator. There's a picture of the grass twig and a piece of ultraviolet shiny confetti that I pulled out of my bra and off of my ass after I fell into the grass while I was peeing. Yep. And like I said, there's a bunch of stuff that these two recorded, which I included the fact that I was unable to get out of the car once we got to Hooters, and my dear friends decided, instead of, hey, let's help the drunk girl out of the car, no, let's stand outside, watch her struggle, and record play-by-play of it, because that'd be a lot funnier.
That was a lot more fun.
It really was. And
I think I tried to help you at one point, but I noticed it's really making no difference at all. So I was like, she can figure it out.
Exactly. And I believe, like I said, there's recorded stuff here. It's going to be going up at pantslessradio.com, so definitely look for that under the interview section. And it's going to be going up on our iTunes, because why the fuck not? And yeah, you can actually hear Todd saying, like, Yolanda's like, should we help her? Todd's like, nah, she's got this. Which was like, might have been like, I don't know how you weren't struck by lightning, because there's never been a greater lie ever told.
Least I asked.
It was fantastic. There's a lot of like funny stuff, and I was told during the conversation we discussed numerous times if we should publish this, and I said, fuck this, I have no shame, I'm posting it, don't let me pussy out of being a pussy. I don't even know what that means. Words of wisdom from TOD Wiki. Don't let me pussy out of being a pussy. Other words of wisdom from TOD Wiki. Hey, there's my shoe. Apparently, I didn't even realize I had lost it. I was so excited to have found.
Oh my god!
There's some really great stuff.
Please listen to this.
Please listen. Please just make fun of me for it on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at WikiGator, and follow the
hashtag TOD Wiki Drunk.
Yes, hashtag TOD Wiki Drunk. And and comment on it. Feel free. It's all good. There's also me. As I learned though, as we were talking about the matches, we were talking about the Kasai Havoc match, and I was still aware enough. No matter, I'm not sure I could have told you my name at that point, but I did say there's going to be information up at Danny Havoc's website, deathmatchdrunkard.wix.com.
Yep. You can plug no matter what your condition. That's a talent.
I was able to do that. I was able to say follow him on Twitter at Danny Havoc's site. Do both of those things, by the way, people. It's a great site. I'm very proud of it. Yeah, I couldn't find my shoe, but I could still plug a website. So really, I think I'm a fully functioning human being.
So can I give my top 5 favorite things of the day?
Yes, please do.
Okay. All right. So no particular order here. Number one definitely is Tofiga's chicken. I mean, I cannot be said.
Yeah, exactly. No particular order, but this is number one, no matter what.
No matter what, yes.
I agree with that
chicken,
right there.
man. As Yolanda said, that chicken is the truth.
The
That's right.
truth. Come back next year just for the fucking chicken. Everything else will follow
Yep.
suit.
Yeah, there's some guys with some North Carolina barbecue there. Sounded interesting, but I don't know. But yeah, it was all about the chicken, and I'm glad I went that way. Number two, going back to the DJ Hyde sign. So Juicy Product and Shelly were walking around with the sign all day, which is fantastic. That was one of my favorite parts, and I was happy enough to be able to get a picture of the Juicy Product and myself with the sign there, which unfortunately I didn't actually tell Yolanda and Wiggy about. They had to find out about it afterwards. So I'm sorry about that. I should have mentioned that before, but there's just too much other stuff
You know
going
what?
on.
You could have told me. You told me about it. I wouldn't known the difference.
No, you wouldn't have known the difference. But I think for Yolanda's well-being, she found out about it the next day. She's like, "Wait, you didn't tell me about this."
Yeah,
But
I found out on Twitter, and I was like, oh, what in the world? This ain't
How
right.
dare you?
but they were hanging around by us. I'm like, how can I not take a picture of that? I mean, they're cool guys. So, um, let's see. Number three. I mean, the main event. I mean, I was lucky enough to see Masada versus Jin Kasai at
WrestleCon,
WrestleCon
yes.
last year. The first match, which I thought was awesome. I think this
Yeah,
one surpassed it. Uh,
absolutely.
yeah, I mean, this one was wild, all over the place. I mean, they were. I mean, I don't think there was any part of the field where they did not fight outside.
Oh
You
my
know, and
god, they
then
went right past me. Like literally, as in they
yeah,
brushed by me as they walked by. And it was crazy. Like,
Oh, that's
they had,
right. Yeah, we had to run for our lives like
yeah.
twice.
And that was just not happening in my case. So I was just like, if you're gonna kill me, kill me. It's alright, I'm cool. And,
Hey, was that Wiggy since you watched it? Was that caught on film
yes.
when they
Oh,
came
they
our
went
way?
everywhere. Yeah. There was, this spot where, with the cooler, oh my god. It just get the show.
I don't. Yeah, 'cause the cooler was near us, and I know at the time I had those chips. What was those Doritos?
yeah.
Todd, those
Oh yeah, it was a spicy
chili
Asian.
Doritos.
Those
Yeah,
are good.
no, I had to save the chips when they came our way. I had to save my bag and and the chips. That's how deep it
Yep.
was.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, our cooler, luckily, by that point was completely empty of beer, so we were okay if they needed to use our cooler, but yeah, they didn't come by us. But yeah, no, that was a fantastic match. And it kind of speaking of Jun Kasai brings me to my number four. So while I was there, I was trying to take advantage of it and trying to sign up a couple guys for the Phil Singer Games CZW set. And we tried to talk to Jun Kasai. Lyle Williams, who's a photographer extraordinaire, was trying to help out with that. And I think every time we went back there for like an hour to backstage to try to talk to Jun Kasai. Jun was walking around naked, apparently.
Yep.
So apparently, like Jun Kasai, when he's done with his things, he's just letting it all hang out.
For him,
So
man. Good for him.
good for him, man. Yeah. But
That
he's
would have
like,
been a
"Nope,
that would
still
have been a
naked. I
great
can't talk about
card.
it."
There needs to be bootleg naked Jude Kasai cards now for Phil Singer Games.
That's right.
Make it happen. Where's Warner?
We gotta talk. We gotta talk to Warner Games.
I don't know if Warner would want to do that one. That might be the only one he might refuse to do. I'm not really sure.
Warner better do it. Man up, Warner.
Man up, Warner. You man up and draw this penis.
Crazy monkey penis.
Crazy monkey penis. That's our hashtag.
And I gotta say, number five here of the highlights of the day was the fact that Wiggy did not puke in my car, and I am absolutely flabbergasted about that. I was convinced that I was gonna have to get some type of special cleaner or something like that, but it did not happen.
No, I'm a pro, man. I don't do that.
You
I
are.
am. I got drunk off my ass, sobered up, got drunk off my ass again. Never puked. Peed once.
I'm really questioning the sobering up thing. I don't know if you're really all that sober.
Well, it,
I think
It
you're so
seemed
drunk
like
you
she
thought you were
sobered up the
sober.
first time.
a little.
The first time it seemed like she did sober up, and I was all happy. But man, that lasted what 5 minutes if that.
That lasted until I reached into my bag for something and went, oh hey, I forgot I had a bottle of vodka. Yeah. Yeah. And the watermelon vodka in the fruit punch which was astounding. And you know what though, I didn't drink it all. I can say I did not drink all of that myself, because Yolanda got the couple drops that was left in the bottle, and
That's right.
I shared some of it after the show with one Daniel Tiberius Havoc, who drank it and said, "Oh my God, that's fruity."
I think Andy also took quite a bit there as
Oh, did he?
well. I think you gave quite a bit to
I
Andy.
don't
Oh
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. I
Whoever
think you
shared
put
it with
some
Andy.
Gatorade there.
Yeah, the Gatorade, and which is that the drink we declared is going to be the Wiggy fruit punch Gatorade and watermelon vodka is now the Wiggy.
With a shot of whiskey on the
Yeah,
side.
or just flip that.
Was it Canadian
It
Club?
was Canadian Club. Just throw a splash right on in there.
We could do that.
Splash.
Because I only had a splash.
We'll yeah. We will have those on Friday night of the Champions of the Galaxy show. We will have that after the show. We will have.
Which, hey, you know what? Since you're here, you might as well plug that, because I will be there too, getting TOD wiggied at some point.
Yep. July 11th, Jamestown, New York. Champions of the Galaxy live event, part of the Great Galaxian Bash. So we got a bunch of guys dressing up in sci-fi costumes, which just arrived from China today. So I'm very happy we finally have costumes. And we got such guys as Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, the Beaver Boys are going to be there, Papa Don, Stevie Richards, and trying to think who else we've got. Robert Evans will be there as well, R.D. Evans, Archibald Peck, and of course Gavin Loudspeaker, or actually Loud and Noxious, will be the host. So that's going to be lots of fun. And we're going to have I believe the first ever encounter between Stevie Richards and Chuck Taylor as part of the second half of the Legends show that we're doing.
That's going to be awesome. You know, there should be super kicks aplenty there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Brutus Beefcake and Marty Jannetty too. Yeah.
Oh no.
So no, that should be a lot of fun. It's about a week and a half away, and we've got so much stuff has been done, and still a lot more to go. But it should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be fantastic. So that's where Todd and I are going to be next weekend. Yolanda,
I'm trying.
Seriously? I got a hotel room. You're crashing with me.
I know. If I can figure out a way to get up there, I'm totally going. Obviously.
Yes, that would be. We could do TOD all over again.
So help me.
Without the blood this time.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like going to be an amazing event. So either way, I'll be definitely helping promote it and whatnot. Now, I do have a question. By any chance of this being taped?
Why, yes, it is. It is going to be.
Thank goodness.
It is going to be recorded and available on release, probably DVD and MP4, by our good friends at SmartMark Video. Go to smartmarkvideo.com, smvod.com, for all of your indie wrestling needs, except for CZW, in which case go to zzwippv.com and RF Video to get their stuff, or High Spots.
Right.
High Spots is good too. And so this has been our return show. And now, from here on out, watch me, let's be as Canadian as I can be. From here on out, every month, the show's going to be coming to you on the first of every month, and not only are Yolanda and I going to be talking about all of the AAW, CZW, and other cool indie shit that's going on, we are also going to be having a guest every single month. This month things are a little thrown off. We are still having a guest, but it is not going to be tonight. It is, however, going to be before the next CZW show, July 12th, New Heights, as we are going to be joined by, as a bonus interview, which you will be able to get on our iTunes, which you can find on at pantslessradio.com, and under the bonus interview page, we are going to be joined by the dastardly, he's still dastardly, yet adorable, and we love him, Bulldozer Matt Tremont.
Yay!
So that is not happening today. It is happening before the 12th. So we will be plugging the shit out of that. You guys will definitely know when it's happening. He will be coming on to talk about his blood feud with Danny Havoc and the Nation of Intoxication. He seems to be trying to wipe them out of CZW, and good luck to you, Matt, because that ain't gonna happen, buddy. We love you, though. We boo you and we hate you, but we love you because you're awesome. Yeah, so this has been us for today. This is the first episode of the all-new and improved and gluten-free Pantsless Radio.
Ooh, gluten.
Right? And so we have all kinds of people we really want to thank, especially our good friends at Pro Wrestling Ponderings, who, as I said, is now syndicating our show, and you can find us through their podcast network on their Stitcher and on their iTunes. We will have all of the links, and they'll have all of the links as well. We want to thank CZW for being so cool and giving us lots of awesome access to people and to things at TOD and all kinds of great stuff. They're fantastic. My favorite indie anyways, and definitely check them out. CZWIPPV.com, you can get their releases. Our friends at Absolute Intense Wrestling, you can get all of their stuff through our other friends at SmartMarkVideo.com. For all of your wrestling apparel needs, go to the two greatest places for wrestling shirts on the interwebs, GimmicksWrestlingTees.com and RandomThings.co. Apparently they used to be a .com, but Danny Havoc traded the M for a bottle of Jack. So now it's RandomThings.co.
I like that.
And of course, our good friends, Todd Mize, our boss people, at FeelSickerGames.com. Check out that. Check out ChampionsOfTheGalaxy.com. And all the information is on those two sites for the Great Galaxian Bash. Galaxian Bash?
Great Galaxian Bash, yeah.
Yes. Which, of course, is going to be happening during Galacticon 25, July 11th through 13th in Jamestown, New York. Like I said, check out the new PantsLessRadio.com. We've put a lot of work into it. We think it looks awesome. Go there. You can check out our archives going back to all of our right from our very first show in 2011. You can find every episode, all of our interviews, all of our videos, all of our mini interviews and extra stuff is all up there. And give us some feedback. We want to know what you guys think of the site because we're pretty happy with it. We hope you guys are too. That's PantsLessRadio.com. Follow us on Twitter at PantsLessRadio and follow me on Twitter and on Instagram now because peer pressure, damn it, at WikiGator on both. And Yolanda, your stuff.
Let me see. You can follow me on Twitter at Gimmicks247. You can follow my Instagram for now at, maybe I'll change it. Well, anyway, right now it's under Gimmicks Wrestling Tees. But I'm debating about changing to Gimmicks247, so we shall see. Go to my website, Gimmick Wrestling Tees, for a whole lot of stuff, especially if you forget half the stuff I say. And I guess that's about it for now.
And Todd, thank you for coming on. If only it was to embarrass me.
That's right, that was my only purpose, but I'm glad I was able to help do
You're
that.
just really excited.
Oh, you're talking about Tournament of Death. Oh, come on.
Which is really fitting because, like, one of the few memories I have of that day, or at least a few consistent memories I have, is every time I saw you, you were just giggling with excitement and like, just cold-hearted glee at how drunk I was and what I might do next. You were just delighted by, oh, what's she gonna do? This is great.
What's she gonna do?
So, okay, where can everybody find you as well?
Well, I'm at Tourney Master on Twitter. You gave all the rest of the plugs. Yeah, the big thing, Galacticon 25 coming up in Jamestown, July 11th to the 13th, and definitely championsofthegalaxy.com for everything that's going on with our big show. And once that's out on VOD, we'll let everybody know about that. And that's all that's going on.
All right, sounds good. Everybody do that. Check out all those places. Hit up all of our friends, especially our good pals at pwponderings.com, and check out the site pantslessradio.com. And we will be back before July 12th as we talk to the bulldozer Matt Tremont, which you will be able to find exclusively on our iTunes and pantslessradio.com, and of course through Pro Wrestling Ponderings. And that's about it. So this is our first show back. Thank you guys for basically putting up with us and with all of the tumultuousness that we've had to deal with and scheduling issues. We are back. We are better than ever. We will see you again August 1st. Later, guys.